So realistically living there, I mean,
Hmm.
overall, all in, I mean, what is your monthly budget? What does a person need to live comfortably in Siem Reap, Cambodia?
I live on $600 a month.
Wow.
Hi, can I ask you a favor? If you find our content helpful and it doesn't put you to sleep like my buddy Sheldon here, hit that subscribe and like button. It truly helps us grow and it helps us to continue to bring you content like this.
All right, so today we're heading over to the beautiful country of Cambodia with my new friend Sean. Sean, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. A good morning to you. It's good evening here
All
on the
right.
other side of the world.
Yes, you are. Well, Sean, okay, so first I want to say for the viewers that I discovered Sean on his YouTube channel. He's got a really great channel called The Frugal Wanderer. Check it out, Frugal Wanderer. We're going to put it in the
Mhm.
description below too. It's fun. He does a lot of he provides a lot of information about living or retiring in Cambodia. It's fantastic. But thanks for doing this, Sean. It's great to meet you.
Okay.
I've been a fan. I've been watching your
Oh,
videos for over a year, actually.
wow. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start by
It's
you.
always weird when people say that they watch me.
Yeah. Well, it's the same with, yeah. I mean, it is. It is kind of strange, but from one YouTuber to the next, it's a lot of fun to do. And it's really, I
It
think,
is.
very helpful for many of the viewers that are really fascinated or interested in finding that place for them to live or even explore overseas. It's really great, helpful information. Let's start by you first
Absolutely.
telling us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and why you left your home country for Cambodia.
So yeah, my name is Sean. I go by the Frugal Wanderer online. I'm a Canadian, but I'm one of those mixed breeds. So I was in Canada till I was about 13, moved to the States, moved to Florida, and then I've spent half my life back and forth between Canada and the United States. So I'm well versed in life in the U.S. and life in Canada. But before I left, I was in Canada, and why I left was the pandemic. Um, I was living in Montreal when it hit, which was the hot spot for the whole thing in Canada. And I watched my country fall apart. I watched people fall apart. I watched myself fall apart. And I was working remotely and I had a decent job working in IT. And then out of nowhere, we got let go. I was getting laid off. They gave me a 2 month notification I was getting laid off. And so I was already kind of making plans to come over here. I wanted to come on vacation. So they gave me a severance package. So my 6 month vacation could go to 9. I was like, hey, why not? So I was excited. So I bought my ticket. I bought one way, flew into Thailand.
So, have you chosen your destination and are ready to take the next step toward living abroad? Now comes the hard part, navigating the immigration process. What documents do you need? Which ones require apostilles or certified translations? What are the residency requirements? What steps need to happen first? And how do you avoid costly mistakes that can delay your move? That's where we come in. At Adventure Freaks, we've partnered with trusted vetted immigration attorneys and residency experts in countries around the world to help make your transition abroad as smooth as possible. Simply visit adventurefreaksss.com, scroll down to where you see Your Move Abroad, and click on the Trusted Legal Advisor. You'll answer a few quick questions and schedule a free consultation to discuss your specific situation and goals. Check it out at adventurefreaksss.com. We're here to help you throughout your journey on moving abroad. Now let's get back to the video.
A friend of mine from Florida, he was there with his wife. So I kind of met up with them, stayed there for 2 months, and then came over to Cambodia just to do a visa run to stay in Thailand. And I came to Siem Reap for 10 days. the minute I got off the bus, I knew something was different. Like I felt something was like comfortable. Like I felt like I was home. It was a really odd sensation. A guy that's traveled his entire life has never felt home. Then I got here and I'm like, why does this feel normal? So
Wow.
I kind of tried to shake it for the whole 10 days I was here. And I was supposed to go to Angkor Wat. I was supposed to do all the tourist stuff. I ended up looking at apartments. And I went back in Bangkok and I was there for 2 weeks before I said, nah, I'm done. I packed up, came back over to Cambodia, and I've been here ever since. Been here for over 2.5 years now. I was going to be on vacation and I got a visa for 1 year because I was looking at I was like, well, a year, maybe I could stretch it for like 9 months or something. Okay, because it's cheaper to do 9 months and it's multiple entry. I could still travel. I'll do that. And I got a whole year. And then the year went by and I'm like, I guess I'm here now.
Yeah.
I stayed and I have no intentions of leaving. But I'm not going back. Like it's that simple. There's no draw to go back to the West at all.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
all.
Wow. Okay, so first you moved to Thailand. You were living in Thailand. You were living in Bangkok.
Yeah.
Then you were there for
Yeah.
3 months and you had
Yeah.
to do a visa run. So did you get on a bus to go to Siem Reap for the visa
Yeah.
run?
Yeah. There's a bus company that runs. Yeah. Yeah. There's a bus called Giant Ibis. It was like $40 for the one-way ticket to Siem Reap. When you're on the bus, they're like, hey, we can get you your visa on arrival. It was $40. You can pay it in US or Thai baht. And they process everything to get across the border. So when we hit the border, I just showed my passport, the visa, and they're like, stamp, welcome to Cambodia. Have a great time. And there was no drama. All the stuff I'd heard about, people like, hey, give me $5 and I'll make sure you get across the border. Nothing. None of
Yeah.
that. I've never experienced that once here.
Yeah.
It was just on the bus over into Cambodia and I was here.
Wow. How long
It was
does it take to get from
painless.
Bangkok to Cambodia for that visa run?
I think it was like about an 8 hour bus ride in total,
Okay. So
eight or nine.
that's a
I think
good
so.
long day on a bus.
Yeah. It's a day. Yeah. Yeah. But it's not like it's not a school bus. This is a luxury bus. Like I had a seat by myself. I'm not a slight person. The seat was wider than me. It was a row of one. That was it.
Okay.
The whole one side of the bus is one person. There's a laneway and there's two seats next to you. That's it. So it's only 3 seats wide
Yeah.
and lots of room.
Okay. No, so then you go, you do the visa run, you're in Cambodia, you experience Siem
Yeah.
Reap, which many people really love. It's known for Angkor Wat. It's one of the largest religious
Oh,
structures in the world.
yeah.
But can you put in words, Sean, what it was that impacted you when you were there? So you obviously didn't feel this in Thailand. And soon as you got to Cambodia, there was a difference. Is there
No.
a way to describe in words what the difference is?
Yeah. Yeah. It was simple. So where I got off the bus was a little bit on the north end of town. To walk into town, you're half a kilometer, not a long stretch at all. In that short amount of time, I had 5 people waving at me saying, Susadai, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from Canada. Oh, thank you for visiting my country. And they came over, shook my hand, waved to me. Children were coming up. And in the matter of like a 20-minute walk into town, I had about a dozen people saying hello to me and wanting to know about me
Right.
and were genuinely nice. I was like, and coming from Canada where we think we know how to be nice, I was like, man, we have a lot to learn. But the thing was, is like every person had a smile that was just like from ear to ear. And there's a difference you get with a smile. You can know that there's a smile that people put on when they're just like, hi, or there's the one that is attached to their heart. And that was the one that I was seeing in everybody that I saw here was like this smile from their heart. And it was on everybody's face. Everybody I saw here. I'm like, there's something happening here. There's something different. I got to know more about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. It's always the people that make the place. And that sounds like what your
Yeah.
experience was. Um, okay. So now you're there. You decided this is the place I'm going to move
Yep.
to. It resonates with me. You picked Siem Reap. You have to obtain some form of residency to live there. What can you share about that?
Um, so I thought I was getting lied to. So I had, while I had been traveling here, I talked to a couple of expats, and they were telling me about the process. I was like, no, it can't be that easy. And they're like, no, 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 no. So when I came back after I'd gone to Bangkok, and I came back again, um, so this time I have my e-visa. I know I'm going to stay in Cambodia. I go to a travel agency. They rent motorcycles, they rent bicycles, and they also do visas. So
Right.
I walked in and say, hey, I want to get a visa. They asked me, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 55. Okay, then you can take our retirement visa. Like, okay, 55, I'm retired. Why not? Why? I wasn't planning on working or doing anything. So I said, yeah, that'll be fine. I said, what do you need? And she said it was $280. She took a picture of me, took my passport, and said, see you in 10 days. That was it.
That was it. So
It was literally no restrictions.
why did you have to go back in 10 days?
Because you give them your passport, they send it Phnom Penh by courier. Your visa gets processed in Phnom Penh. The couriers bring it back to Siem Reap. So you have no passport for 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks.
Wow.
So you just take a photo, you take a picture of it on your phone. You just hand your passport to a travel agency. I'm like, okay. She had like a stack of passports from people that she had that had, she was giving them back. So she was processing them when I was there. She was calling people to say, come pick up your passport. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, a lot of people have come in here. So obviously she's legit.
Yeah.
She has been my go-to person for everything since I've been here. I went to Vietnam. I said, hey, I need a visa for Vietnam. She goes, okay, here you go. I said, I need to get a bus there. Here you go.
That's
It's
great.
everything. It's amazing. I love it. But yeah, it's like it's a hassle-free thing. Multiple entry. I can leave, coming back whenever I want. I think there's a restriction if you have to be in the country for 180 days of your 1 year.
Okay.
But you can go. Like if I wanted to go to Thailand for a couple of months, I could. If I want to go to Vietnam for, like, you can get a 3-month visa for Vietnam here. I can go for 3 months, then come back.
So the Cambodia visa, you paid $280 because you're 55, so that's the retirement visa, and that's good for how
Yep.
long?
1 year.
1 year. Okay, then the year is up. Then you have to go back
Yep.
and renew it. What does it cost again?
Same amount, same travel agency, and
Same.
that's it. You don't leave the country.
Do you have to leave your passport there again so that they can send it and renew it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and they have a courier that they use. So it's like they pay like professional couriers, and they drive it down to Phnom Penh and bring it
Okay.
back.
All right. So now you're there. You have residency. It's pretty simple in Cambodia. Now you got to find a place to live. How did you find your apartment? How much do you pay per month for your apartment?
Oh man, you're gonna hate me for this. So, uh, so I'd already done a little bit of that legwork beforehand. So I'd already made a friend with an agent. So there is an agency here where you can get. It's like a realtor. So they have their website. It's called IPS. I don't. You can plug it if you don't want to. Don't worry about it. Um, you you. I contacted Sonny, who was my realtor there, and I said, "Hey, Sonny, here's 5 properties. I want to go look at them. I'm coming into town tomorrow. Can we schedule?" He goes, "Yep." I said, "What time you want to meet me?" He goes, 9 o'clock. I said, "Perfect." So at 9 o'clock in the morning, I went and looked at 5 properties with him. I said, "I want this one." And he goes, "Okay." He contacted her and he says, "Okay, you move in tomorrow." I was like, "So what do you need from me?" He goes, "I'll pick you up at your hotel in the morning. I'll bring the tuk-tuk. Just bring your bag. We'll move you in." So he showed up, coffee. My bags are in the car. Off we go to the tuk-tuk, in the tuk-tuk, off to my new apartment. She has a contract there for me to sign. I had a 3-month lease, $200 a month, $200 deposit, and then I pay 25 cents um, a kilowatt hour for electricity, because you pay for electricity. You can't drink the tap water, so you have to get bottles of water, and those are $2 for 5 gallons.
Okay.
and I ended up going through that. But my electricity and my rent for my first month with like food, water, sorry, my water, my electricity, my internet, and the rent was about 270.
270 for the that's crazy. So how big is this
Yeah.
place?
It was a very large studio. I walked into a kitchen that would have been about 10 by 10 room.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Nice size, brand new countertops, new refrigerator, washing machine, no dryers. It's the tropics. There's no need to have any dryer here. So everything was in the one room, and it was closed off, so it was a glass door. I go into my bedroom, which would be 25 by 25, 25 by 30,
Wow.
all furnished, all furnished. So king size bed, TV, Wi-Fi in the room, great big wardrobe, end tables on the other side. In the kitchen was a gas hob, like a gas burner, refrigerator, washing machine, couple of plates and a frying pan. Just the basic stuff you need.
Yeah.
And then I had a nice big balcony that overlooked the city. It had a rack out there to dry my clothes on, and then I had we have a wet room. So it's like you walk in, there was a sink, a toilet, and then a shower. It's all one room. So you take a shower next to the toilet, and there's a drain in the floor.
Yeah.
So that's different than the West, but wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
I adjusted to it like the first day.
What if you compared, and it sounds like it's pretty good size. I mean, if you compare that to
Oh yeah.
If you compare that to an apartment in Toronto, what would the apartment cost in Toronto?
This was a little bit smaller than my basement apartment that I had in Toronto that I was paying $2,400 a month for. No furniture, no electricity, no internet. I was paying over $4,000 to just for basic cost of living in Canada.
Yeah.
It was $4,000. Easy.
Yeah. Now, my next question is, can you still find apartments like that in Siem Reap that you're living in today for 200?
I move every 3 months.
Okay. Gotcha.
I move all the time. Because I do YouTube, I want to show different parts of the city.
Yes.
So I've had it from $200. I've had them for $100. Right now I have one that's $150. Like this is my front yard. Like my apartment's right behind. It's a big studio apartment, about the same dimensions as the other one. Smaller kitchen and the bathroom in the back. But
yeah.
And it's the only thing different here is it's got a communal washer and dryer. But very big, huge padlock gate that we all take care of. It's just beautiful.
So your current living situation right now is 150 a month.
Yeah, plus electricity.
Yeah. Okay, then you got to pay electricity on top of that.
Yeah, depending on how much you use your air conditioner, it can be anywhere between $20 to say $60 a month. If you want to, some people go over 100 if they just crank their air conditioning 24/7. But
okay,
you don't come to Cambodia to sit in an air conditioned room.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
You do that back home.
So realistically, living there, I mean, overall, all in, I mean, what is your monthly budget? What does a person need to live comfortably in Siem Reap, Cambodia?
I live on $600 a month.
Wow. You're eating out and having meals out and things
all the time. I have a girlfriend. I take her out. We go out at least once, twice a week, and that's a splurge. I take her on a date. That's $10, and that's 2 full meals. We'll have a couple of beers, take a taxi to Tuk Tuk. $10, and that's stretching it. That's if we really go all out.
Yeah.
Most of the time we go out, it's like $5 or $6.
Wow. So how much is a meal cost there? Like I know that a meal and a beer cost.
So you can get, if you're on Pub Street, draft beer will be 50 cents to 75 cents.
Okay.
And it's nice beer. It's a local beer. It's they had German brewers come in, so Cambodian beer actually tastes better than some of the American ones I've had. It's way better than Bud. It kind of would be almost like a Sam Adams-ish, not quite that high crafty, but a full flavored beer, not water, You taste it. Europeans don't hate our beer here. So, but put
Yeah.
that into perspective.
Yeah.
So that's 50 cents, 75 cents. If you want to get a can of beer, it's $1.25. A bottle of beer, $1.25 to $2,
Okay.
depending what you want. And that's out.
Yeah.
That's out at a bar.
No, are you carefully budgeting $600 a month?
I just know. I just do it now.
Yeah.
I know what I got. I know what I can spend.
Okay.
A meal. So if you go local, you can get a meal between 75 cents to $1.50.
Okay.
And that's not you're not talking like you're going poverty meals.
Right.
I'm going out, I'm getting a nice bowl of soup with a plate of rice on the side, fresh vegetables, fresh everything made that morning. And it's a curry. Cambodian has a lot of curries. It's called krung.
Yeah.
It's a local curry. And it's amazing, but it's all over the place. So if you want to eat local, couple bucks, I can spend $5 a day and eat like a king for myself.
Yeah.
And that's eating local food.
All right, that's incredible to be able to do that and live on 600 a month. Let's talk about healthcare. Everybody who's
Yep.
watching, considering moving somewhere overseas, is always interested in learning about the healthcare. Is it a quality healthcare system, or do you just pay out of pocket? Do you pay per month for an insurance? Share what you know.
So I had insurance when I first came over. I purchased it before I left Canada, and I had it for 2 years. So I've let it lapse because the unfortunate thing is, as you get older, insurance becomes more and more and more and more. It was going to cost me about as much a month as it was to live here.
Okay.
Some of the insurance companies that I was looking at, I'm just like, you can get premiums for a couple of $1,000s a year. But so I have friends that had insurance. So they got sick. Everything was taken care of. They got decent health care here. One friend had a heart attack. The other one had cancer. Like, they've had things happen. Older friends, that things happen. So going through insurance, they got their bills, and it was up there. On the flip side, I also had a friend who had no insurance, went to a local hospital, had a very similar thing, a DVT, the deep vein thrombosis. So he had a blood clot in his leg. So the one friend that had insurance, the bill came to over 50,000 pounds. Flights to Phnom Penh, flights to Thailand, everything was done. Anything they could pad the bill with was done, because that's what insurance does for you.
Yeah.
My friend who got it done here locally got seen by the doctor, medication, and was, and follow-up visits was $500.
What was his take on the quality of healthcare?
He was shocked with how good it was. That's the thing. It's like, Cambodia is still a little bit behind. So countries like Singapore or Thailand, where they've invested heavily in medicine and all that for years, and they've also had a lot more money to do so. You got to remember, Cambodia has been in conflict until the 90s, until the late 90s. So they've only been out of conflict for the last 20 some odd years. So the amount of change that's happening here is like exponentially fast. So even in the few years I've been here, I've seen more hospitals, more clinics. There's more foreign-based ones that are showing up. So if you have the insurance, you want to go that route, you can get really good health care here. If they can't take care of it, they have ways to get you to the hospitals that can. So if you need to go to Thailand, if you need to go to Vietnam, that can be arranged. So, and you can get like world-class healthcare over here within a few hours of being here in Cambodia. So you're if you are stuck, you are fine.
You're paying out of pocket?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sean, what was the biggest shock about moving there?
Kindness. Seeing kindness again. I don't know what it was like for you growing up in the 70s. I know we're similar age, right? So, but I remember as a kid growing up in Canada that, you knew your neighbors. If something happened, your mom knew Joey's mom down the street to call and say, hey, what happened to the kids?
Yeah.
There was always a mom looking out. There's always a community. And what I found that Cambodia has was that community that I lost years ago. Whatever happened in the 80s and 90s, it just disappeared in the West. Like I lost it in Florida. I lost it back in Canada. It just became everyone just was like put blinders on and you just walk the streets and you just go through your day. Just I got to get home. I got to do this. Like, you know, you just became so self-absorbed back in the West.
Yeah.
And here, like I said, the first time I came off the bus, it was like, hey, how are you? I cannot walk down the street. And if I see a group of Cambodian men sitting there having a beer and food, they always ask me, come sit, come join. I was on
Yeah.
a bike the other day. I got lost. I asked for directions. They said, come have a beer in the middle of the afternoon. I was like, and they're having food. And they said, come on, come. And then like I sat for like a half hour with these guys and they're all professional guys. They're all working. They're just on their lunch break.
Yeah.
Barely spoke any English, but it didn't matter because it was like they were just happy to have this foreigner guy come and hang out with them for a little while.
Yeah.
And they were like hugging me when I left. I made best friends. I didn't speak a word of English with them. It was
Wow.
phenomenal.
No,
Yeah.
it is. Those moments are so precious, and those are
Yeah.
what to me have make a place. I mean, that's why you fall in love with living in a different country when you meet people like that are
Mhm.
so welcoming and warm and kind. But that's a well said, because the West is definitely going through something, and it's been and now there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that
It's
are
been
just
going through it.
yeah, people are tunnel visioned. They're not aware of what's going on around them. They don't even want to care about what's going on around them. They don't even kind of break out of their bubble. And it's been a big change for a lot of people in the West, and that's one of the big reasons why
Yeah.
people are looking to explore other options moving overseas. All right, so
Yeah.
yeah, share with the viewers how you survive over there, Sean. I mean, did you have a savings? You're not retirement age yet, so what do you
Yeah.
do to survive?
I had savings set aside. I told you, like I had, I thought 9 months worth of savings to come over here on vacation. It lasted me over 2 years. My severance package that I was given, which was a couple of grand, I think it was like 5 grand US or Canadian. No, it was
Yeah,
5 grand US when it balanced it out. My friends, because we got that in November, my friends that I worked with, that was gone by January.
yeah,
I spent the last of that in July the next year.
yeah.
And that was my flight and everything living here, traveling to Vietnam, traveling to Bangkok, getting apartments, and like so I had a savings that lasts me for a couple of years. um been doing a little bit of online teaching, YouTube, little side hustles and stuff that we all have our little extra little incomes that we do when
Okay.
you are a nerd. There's
Yeah.
little bits and pieces. But yeah, I mostly survive off of a little bit of teaching and YouTube, and that's it.
Is that
So
hard to obtain, finding work as a teacher in Cambodia, teaching English?
if you want to get teaching jobs, it's basically you go knock on doors. Don't do the whole I'll find you a job thing. Travel, find a city you want to live in. Like if you think Phnom Penh works for you, set up shop in Phnom Penh, get yourself a cheap apartment, and then within a month or so, you'll have a job because you'll just knock on doors. Their interview is like, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" "Oh, okay. I like your English. Come, you start tomorrow, or you
Yeah.
start now. Here's the salary. That's what you want." Then you go get your work permit and everything processed, and you're good. So
Well, Sean, okay, this is the last question. So, if you want to live large in Siem Reap, how much would you need to have?
you can get nice apartments here for about 500. And you're talking like really, really nice, like beyond anything I could ever hope for. Like you're talking like LA, New York kind of styled, beautiful apartments, $500. Like you can't beat it. Pools, gyms, everything's included. You can do that. If you want to do more, you can, but there's a couple of places you can pay like $1,400. But let's do $500. You got a really nice place. You want to eat out every night. You can go to the Western places. You can drop $20 a day on food, easy. Drinks, again, if you don't want to drink the cheap beer, you can drink the dollar. You can live here very, very comfortably and live an exorbitant lifestyle for $1,200.
For twelve hundred
And like,
dollars,
yeah, yeah,
twelve hundred
like you're
dollars, you could
eating.
live large, eat out every night, live in an amazing
Yep,
apartment. $1,200. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, are there any last words that you can think of we didn't cover that could be beneficial for the viewers watching, considering moving abroad, considering potentially moving to Cambodia?
If you are considering it, give yourself a month or two. Come over, plan it. So like if you're like, especially people that are looking to retire, I think that's what I usually speak to is the people that are looking for that retirement. Give yourself 2 months, come and feel it out, because you're going to have that tourist feeling for the first couple of weeks. After that, you're going to start feeling what it's like to live here. And then after the 2 months, you'll know if it's like, okay, I could do this. Because I've met many people that do that for the 1 week. And then they're like, oh, I loved it. I'm going to come back. And they come back. And after a couple months, they're like, oh, God, I really hate Siem Reap. I'm going to Kampot or I'm going to Phnom Penh. But feel it out. Give it a couple months. Because either you're going to fit or you're not going to fit. That's it. But most people, once they're here, if you're looking to move and get away, you're not looking for what you have back home. You're obviously nothing is working where you are. So you're just looking for a change. Asia is where the change is going to be honest. And you don't have to do Cambodia. You can do Vietnam, you can do Thailand, you can do Laos, you can do Malaysia. There's a lot of options once you're here. But for ease, Cambodia is really easy. Get your retirement visa. It's cheap, inexpensive. And then set aside some money, and then you can pop on a plane. I can fly to Kuala Lumpur for $100. Oh, gee darn, Now I'm in another country. I'm surrounded by more people that are amazing.
Right.
Try more food. Yeah. If you want to live and you want to have an adventure, this is a great place to set shop up and just do it. And it's growing. And if you want to watch a country grow and become something different, this is where it's happening. Because in 2.5 years, I've seen a major change here, and I love it.
Yeah.
People haven't changed, though. That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
People stayed the same.
That's great. Well said, Sean. Well, Sean from Frugal Wanderer, check it out on YouTube. Thanks so much for taking the time to do this, buddy. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, man.